In Kenya, hundreds of thousands of people are crammed into Africa's largest slum. Kibera is a gang-infested place of extreme poverty that lacks clean water and sanitation. The good news? Hope is now rising through a Texas-based outreach called the Bucket Ministry. George Thomas brings us the story from Nairobi, Kenya.
Based on that testimony, I am honored and blessed to baptize you, my sister, in the name of the Father, the Son, and that sweet Holy Ghost.
There is a place in Kenya called Kibera.
Infamous for its gritty reputation,
the people of Kibera are no strangers to the use of force.
Where crime and violence lurk at nearly every corner.
By so many young people being killed.
Police opening fire on demonstrators.
That is why many people fear Kibera.
Kibera faces extreme poverty and gang violence, while lacking basic amenities like clean water and sanitation, earning its reputation as one of the darkest, filthiest, and most hopeless places in the world. Kibera today is Africa's largest slum, and this is what a typical house kind of looks like. Measuring only 8 by 8 feet, homes consist of mud walls, a corrugated tin roof, and either a dirt or concrete floor.
And there's not a bathroom in the home. There's not a kitchen area in the home. It's basically sitting and sleeping only. Walk with me. I want to show you guys what's going on here.
Chris Beth, founder of the Bucket Ministry, first stepped into Kibera in 2017. What he saw shook him to his core.
There wasn't one home that had access to clean, safe drinking water.
Water here isn't a blessing, it's a curse. This is a common sight here. Folks have lined up their jerry cans to get water. The original source of where this water is coming from is typically clean and safe to drink. It has to then travel through this intricate spider web-like system of pipes. The problem is that many of those pipes are broken and contaminated water ends up coming into those pipes. Go ahead. The Bucket Ministry has shown through their research, extensive research, they've shown that once the water comes to this point, the water is still very contaminated.
So what you see is these snaked water lines all over this place that are on the surface. And most of them are illegally connected. They're scabbed onto each other, and all of them leak. Those leaks will actually start to suck sewage water into the pipes and contaminate the entire system with E. coli, amoebic dysentery, typhoid, cholera.
Endless piles of trash scatter throughout Kibera. The absence of proper sewage leaves human waste on the streets, which then ends up in the water. The official statistics say there are 78 latrines in all of Kibera, serving over 400,000 people. Let that settle in for a second. Beth recognized the urgent need for clean water and sent a team of 60 to canvass the slum.
And all they did for 4 months was knock on every single one of the doors in this place. The result of that was we found out that there were 81,777 homes. We found out that there was about 408,000 people created in God's image that are sequestered to live in this place.
In 2000, the Bucket Ministry began a groundbreaking effort, distributing life-saving water filters to each home here. George Owegi, a local elder here, was initially skeptical.
Many NGOs, many people have come, and they have never made any impact. So when I saw them, I thought they are just the same like other people.
But this effort changed minds as Beth partnered with Sawyer to distribute plastic buckets, each equipped with a filtration system that makes contaminated water drinkable.
There's these membranes, and the contaminants, the dirty water, are getting caught on the outside of these membranes. and then the clean water comes through the inside of the membranes.
100 local missionaries, mostly Kibera residents, joined in by installing filters and teaching residents how to maintain them. Missionary leader Phoebe Mafula says the impact was clear after only about 70 days of using the filters.
As we are speaking today, there's a lot of changes, especially through clean, safe drinking water. A lot of diseases has been eradicated.
It all starts with the barcode on a filter.
The Bucket Ministry used a mapping software to track every filter.
At the point of distribution, we scan the barcode and deliver the filter to the recipient family. We then collect baseline data on the family's physical health and spiritual orientation to chart their progress.
And then every follow-up visitation, we scan the barcode again and we collect new data.
The result?
What you are seeing right now is a time progression map with the blue dots being actual locations of filters distributed in the Kibera by the Bucket Ministry teams.
Beth's team distributed 81,777 filters, providing clean water to all 408,478 residents of the slum. The project reached completion in December as Michael Wanjohi became the last filter recipient.
It's a miracle to me. For real, it's 100% miracle.
And the transformation doesn't stop there.
The water is the secondary reason why we're there. The gospel is the sole reason.
Though he sent Jesus the Messiah.
Missionaries visited every single home here, sharing the gospel.
Next, you will see white dots populating. These white dots represent where our local missionary teams have witnessed professions of faith by the families that have received the life-saving water filters and heard the gospel of Jesus Christ. Again, these are precise GPS positions and dates of the interaction.
Local pastor and 44-year resident Rafael Dihanda tells CBN News no NGO has ever shared the gospel so widely in Kibera.
When the Bucket Ministry came in and they recruited the missionaries going and supplying the filters and the buckets, people started accepting the gospel. And we can see now the great harvest is coming in the kingdom of God.
More than 22,000 people gave their lives to Christ. And the miracles keep going.
Lastly, you will see yellow dots populating on the top of the blue and white dots. These represent the actual locations and dates of where our teams have taught ongoing discipleship lessons in the homes of filter recipients.
The team shared over 500,000 discipleship lessons.
Nobody has ever done this. Thinking of visiting someone, maybe for one, twice, thrice, just going there. It has never been done.
Owegi says the spiritual effects rippled across the slum, transforming lives in a way no one expected.
People are testifying. People are leaving crime. They are changing their ways. They have reformed.
Prostitution, which had been a survival mechanism for so many women in Kibera, also began to fade.
People didn't know Christ, but what we have done and the work that has been done in Kibera through God is really tremendous.
More than 1,500 people were baptized, including Samuel Mwangi.
I was a very bad person before today. I was untrustworthy. I was a thief, a drug addict, but God healed me. Missionaries visited my home and told me about Jesus Christ, and I accepted him into my life.
With work in Kibera complete, Beth's team is now taking the mission to a nearby slum. The Bucket Ministry has decided to come to this community on the outskirts of Nairobi, known as Kawangware, as their next project. The initial assessment is that there are about 153,000 homes.
At the cross, where I first saw the light.
Work began January 1st with some 3,000 filters already distributed and more than 600 people giving their lives to Jesus Christ. Beth aims to reach all 710,000 residents here with the gospel's living water within the next 4 years. George Thomas, CBN News, Nairobi, Kenya.
Well, that is doing the Lord's work with boots on the ground and this amazing technology, both the membranes to make sure that the water is now potable, but then to follow up and to say, no, we're interested in more than just giving you clean water. We want to give you that living water that only comes from Jesus. If you want to know more about the Bucket Ministry, it's real simple. Just go to cbnnews.com. What an incredible thing. Let's enable them to do even more to reach every single slum in Africa. That would be awesome, and that would be doing the Lord's work.